observed a dramatic decrease in the number of violent crimes committed.
Okay, that's good.
So the bad guys are gone.
I kind of like the stance that Light takes, though. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
I do,
I fuck with
but
it.
like,
It might be demented, but
who are you to like, you know?
Up to this point,
you're
we
right.
received 3,000
Still, I still fuck with it. I kind of like it. Not gonna lie.
Most of these have been curious citizens and prank calls, but there are 14 people who claim to either know Kira or who have seen him. All 14 accounts were followed up on and carefully documented. However, nobody could provide any information that wasn't already publicly available. And lastly, this week there were an additional 21 people who called in claiming to be Kira.
So, case is going nowhere.
Because maybe they're standing with him.
So we
Oh, yeah, it could be that.
procedure and created files for all 21 of them.
All right, on to the victim reports.
Yes, sir. Upon further investigation, we have confirmed that information of the heart attack victims was in fact publicly available in Japan immediately prior to their deaths. Also, concerning L's request that we investigate the time of death for each victim, we found that all of them occurred between the hours of 4 p.m. and 2 a.m. on weekdays, local time, with 68% of them occurring between 8 p.m. and 12 a.m. Weekends and
Bro, it's
holidays.
catching
He does
on.
it so
As the times of death vary much more widely
dumbly.
than during
Yeah.
Spread it out.
Information is extremely relevant for us. It suggests that given the times of death, our suspect could very well be a student. Based on the fact that Kira's only killing criminals, I think it's safe to
fucking
assume
lying.
he's driven by a very idealistic notion of justice. It's highly possible he may even aspire to be some sort of godlike figure. We're dealing with an individual who has a very childish concept of right and wrong.
What's it called? God complex?
God complex, yeah.
This is mere
Wow.
speculation at this point, but still I recommend you re-examine any assumptions you've made as to whether or not our suspect could be a student. We must consider every possibility. I believe that is the shortest route to finding and arresting Kira. Please continue with your report.
I could see how he has that conviction, right? Because he analyzed the fuck out of that.
The times.
And then basically saying he is a student.
Yeah, because during these times he wasn't
He doesn't do
like,
anything. Wow,
killing
bro.
or whatever, or however he even imagines that he's killing them. But remember when he said he was like somehow you're like killing without touching them or like being there. I don't know.
Yeah, what the fuck? It's like, wow.
Oh, right.
He definitely,
Does anyone else have something they'd like to
he's
add?
up there. He knows what he's doing.
Yes, sir.
What is it, Matsuda?
Well, I'm not saying this to support Kira or to condone the murders, but in the last few days throughout the world, but especially here in Japan, we've observed a dramatic decrease in the number of violent crimes committed.
Okay, that's
Well,
good.
So the
I
bad guys
suppose it
are
makes
gone.
sense. We've suspected something like that would happen. Anything else?
No.
Well, that about sums up our report for today. L?
Thank you, everyone. I feel we're one step closer to finding Kira. Before I go, I'm afraid I have one additional request to make. This is directed to the teams investigating the victims, TV news, and internet. I would like you to go back and take a closer look at the exact way in which the victims' identities were made public. Be as thorough as possible.
In particular, I want to know if photos of the victims were made available to the public in Japan.
I'll leave it to you.
This guy's ahead of his time.
Dude.
That's
You look like you
Chat,
chose one of these.
I'm gonna say this right now. Light is fucking cooked.
Ah, thank you. That'll do the trick.
This guy got his number.
To take their toll.
But how does he even put two and two together, you know?
About what I said earlier at our meeting. Well, now that I think about it,
Psychoanalyzing
I'm
every
sure
single
everyone
thing.
already knew that.
I believe
I wanted
you.
to apologize.
What on earth are you talking about? Nobody said it would be easy to speak the truth, but it has to be done, especially when it's something that isn't easy to say. Having said that, if you'd gone on to say that we should commend Kira for doing such a great job of reducing violent crime, then yes, I might have had a little problem with that.
Oh no, no, I wouldn't. That would never happen.
I'm just
That's what you
kidding.
think, like kind of like.
I mean, he's doing right. You
I
know what I
can
mean?
count on you, Light.
So creepy.
So, do you think you're ready to try a few on your own
He's
now?
just staring
Yeah.
with the leg up.
I guess so. Oh, sounds like Dad's home.
Welcome home, dear.
Thank you.
He's home really early today.
Hey, why don't you at least try the last problem by yourself?
I will, but maybe after dinner.
Yeah, right.
Helping your sister with her homework. You sure are relaxed.
Of course. If the police try to come after me, I'm pretty confident I've got something that'll give me the advantage.
What?
Hey, glad you could join us for dinner. You hungry, Dad?
Yeah.
That's his
It's been
dad.
a long day.
Oh shit.
He's at the police station.
Yeah.
He's literally working on that.
This case I'm working on now is really tough.
If you knew. That's a plot twist.
This way I can keep track of their investigation.
Oh my god. He might not be cooked.
He might not.
Bro.
He knows.
I should have known.
Bro.
Interesting, because I was gonna like, how is he gonna get out of like being caught?
Now he has the files. The investigation.
Of course he does.
Interesting. Looks like the police are already beginning to suspect a student.
Motherfucker drinking his
I guess
coffee.
that means you're in trouble.
Oh my god. Sips tea.
If
Psych.
the cause of death is written within 40 seconds of writing the person's name, it will happen. If the cause of death is not specified, the person will simply die of a heart attack. After writing the cause of death, details of the death should be written in the next 6 minutes and
Can y'all
40
do a
seconds.
fit check? Nah,
Sound
we're not
right
gonna
to
do a
you?
fit check.
So what's your point?
In other words, if I write heart attack as the cause of death, then I should be able to write down all the details, including time of death afterwards, shouldn't I?
He's doing this while he's in school.
That's smart.
He's just a genius.
148, what's wrong? Snap out!
And if he would have done that before, he would have never. They would have never suspected.
Yeah.
They're just dropping like flies.
Thought L was 2
What?
steps ahead. He's 3 steps
I don't
ahead.
believe this. Another 23 victims yesterday? Are these confirmed?
Yes.
The day before, there were another 23 victims. He's killing one off every hour on the hour.
Considering that this new pattern has been going on for 2 weekdays,
It does punch some holes in the theory that our suspect is a student.
Maybe not. Anybody can skip 2 days of school.
You're missing the point. It does appear less likely now that Kira's a student, but that's not the message he's sending by doing this. Ask yourselves, why every hour? And why are all these victims in prisons where they are sure to be discovered immediately? Why not other criminals like before? I believe Kira is telling us that not only can he kill from a distance, but he can also determine the time of death.
How are you putting 2 and 2 together to get that though? Like, who even thinks that?
It's obvious now. This is a direct challenge to me.
The cult is that I've deliberately left about 50 criminals alive for times like this.
Oh?
If L's as
50.
good as they say, by now he should be starting to suspect someone with connections to the police.
He's just disposing them like trash.
Kira has found...
What's especially important is that L and the investigators don't trust each other at all. Think about it. Could you trust someone whose name and face you don't know?
Oh, so they can
somehow
think-
getting confidential information? He'll be obligated to start investigating the police to find the source of the leak.
There we go.
So they
That
can-
happened,
They
it'll
wouldn't
be a
trust
matter of
each other.
time before we'll investigate the police, and they will be investigating L.
Because they would think that
I'm not
L
the
is
one who's
like
going to find
maybe
L.
the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can let the police do that for me. And when they do, that's when I'll eliminate him.
Motherfuckers just. There's some geniuses, bro. To go to these lengths is just wild.
Wild.
To me. I was Rap for Dragon. Tell him.
Amazing. That was fire. 10 out of 10.
with all due respect, Chief, we're resigning.
Do y'all work out? Yeah.
We demand that you assign us to a different case. Otherwise, you can have our badges right here and now.
Why? You're good cops.
Isn't it clear? It's because we value our lives, sir.
If what El says is true, Kira has some ESP-like power that somehow allows him to kill people indirectly, from anywhere.
Well, if I were Kira, sir, I'd probably want to try and get rid of the people who are trying to catch me.
Let's face it, he knows he'll be sentenced to death if he's caught.
We all sat here and watched when El decided to pull that media stunt and challenged Kira to kill him. Well, it was all very impressive at the time. But then again, El never had to show his face or reveal his name for that matter. I'm sure you recall El's last request. He asked that we take a closer look at how these victims' identities were made public, and specifically to determine whether photos of the victims were available to the public prior to their deaths. Well, it turns out he was right. Every single one of those victims' names and photos were broadcast to the Japanese public, and then they died. Unlike someone we know, we're out there investigating this case wearing police IDs with our names and photos on them. Anybody with a computer can find out who we are. We don't hide our faces, we're out in the open.
And he could kill them.
The truth is, we could be killed by Kira at any time.
Yup.
For these reasons, we refuse to continue working this case. Excuse us, Chief.
I wouldn't either.
And now it's depleting.
All of you.
Oh my god.
What he said would happen.
Yep.
Or kind of.
They wouldn't trust each other. Wow, bro.
Or they're scared.
In order to solve this problem, we must establish
I'm dead that he's just there.
x squared equals large x. Now pay attention because this is important. Before we tackle more complex quadratic,
Just walking around.
we have to start thinking of large x's value as simply the multiple of two integers. Now, let's apply this concept to our first problem.
We brought the FBI to Japan 4 days ago. They're fully operational. As requested, they're now gathering intel on the police.
And this is the complete list?
Yes.
There are 141 people in the police force who have access to classified information regarding the investigation. I am sure that somewhere in this list of police officers and the people closest to them, we will find our suspect.
Because now Elle knows because Elle now knows that Light has information that only the police would have.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. They're both super smart. That's the thing.
They're fucking intelligent as hell. Oh my god. He got the Kevin Durant build. Facts, bro's fucking slim as shit.
I already told you, Ryuk. You can't talk to me in public.
The Slim Reaper.
Do I have to tell you?
In that
God
case,
of wits,
I'll
yeah.
talk, you just listen. If you don't want to hear me, you can plug your ears or something. First of all, I don't have anything against you. I actually think the notebook couldn't have been picked up by a better person. I'm here because I have to stick around till the death note is finished, or I see you die, whichever comes first.
Just casually.
No mistake, Light. I'm not on your side or Elle's side.
Yeah,
He's just there.
I knew that much
Spectating.
You'll never hear me say anything about whether what you're doing is right or wrong. I'm not here to support you or give you my opinion. I'm just a spectator. But as your roommate, I might have a few things to say now and then.
Roommate.
What's this about, Ryuk? Why are you telling me all this stuff now anyway? It's really not like you.
It's just that I'm no ally of yours, or Kira's if you prefer.
Okay.
The only reason I'm gonna tell you this is because personally it's starting to creep me out.
Get to the point already.
You're being followed by another human. He's watching you right now.
Oh.
You say you're not on his side, but you tell
you're
him that.
also, yeah.
Hilarious, man. Hilarious. That is funny. That is funny.
Who's following him?
It's really starting to get on my nerves. I realize there's no way he can see me. But because I'm always following behind you wherever you go, I feel like I'm constantly being watched.
You don't like
It's a
it.
problem.
Just annoyed.
I'll have to get rid of him as soon as possible.
Bro, you're getting rid of everyone.
Who would be following me? Does this mean Elle is already starting to suspect the police? If he's gonna investigate the police, he'll need a lot of resources and manpower. Even if he has as many as 50 people on the case, I don't see how they could ever figure out that I'm Kira. I shouldn't look like anything other than your average high school senior. But the longer I let this person keep following me, the greater the chances they'll figure out who I really am. Above all, I need my stalker's name. Once I figure that out, I can get rid of him for good.
Like,
I was about to erase him from Earth.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. What makes a Shinigami and a human who has a death note different? Well, there are two things. And why do Shinigami have to write the names of humans in their death notes? You got any ideas?
Of course not. Why would I know that? You know, you sure are talkative today.
It's because we are able to take human lifespans for ourselves.
Huh? Wait, what do you mean by that?
Let's say you have a human who is due to live until the age of 60, and a god of death wrote that this person would die at 40. 60 minus 40 equals 20. Now those 20 years taken from someone in the human world are added to that god of death's life.
So he's gonna...
So it means that as long as we don't slack off, even if someone was to shoot us in the head, or stab us in the heart with a knife, a god of death cannot die. On the other hand, no matter how many names you write in your death note, your lifespan will not increase. That is the first difference between gods of death and humans who possess a death note.
Adds life to himself by killing people.
Shinigami that I haven't heard before. Pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah.
The second difference between us will probably be of even greater interest to you. Though this has less to do with lengthening life and more to do with cutting it short.
What do you mean cutting it short?
Shinigami can tell what a person's name is by just looking at their face. We know instantly.
Oh,
and do you
shit.
have any idea why?
That's OP.
Because through a Shinigami's eyes, a human's name can be seen above their head. Not only that, we see their lifespan as well.
Oh, hell no.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's right. I'm able to see your name and lifespan right now.
Wow.
If I compared that to human time, I could tell you how many years you've got left.
Oh, I would not want to know.
That's creepy.
I may have a big mouth, but even I wouldn't go that far. Shinigami never have to worry that they won't be able to kill a person just because they don't know their name. And every time we do take a life, we always know exactly how many years we're going to receive. Our eyes just aren't the same, and that is the difference between you and I. However, if a Shinigami drops his death note and a human picks it up, he can grant that human the eyes of a Shinigami. But only
take it.
if a deal is made, one that's been with us since ancient times.
And what's the deal?
The price for having a Shinigami's eyes is half of that person's remaining lifespan. That's all it is.
Half of
Well,
your
I don't
remaining...
know how long I'm gonna live.
Yeah.
Yeah. In other words, if you were supposed to live another 50 years, it'll be 25.
Oh, hell, don't do it.
That's
In
nuts.
6 months.
If he's really about it, he'll do it.
Since you've made it clear you're not on anyone's side, and won't help me out, you wouldn't just give me the names of people I wanted to kill. Basically, you're saying that I can't simply borrow your powers. I'd have to pay for them.
That's right. It's a key part of the code that all Shinigami are bound by. I'll say this once more. Give me half your remaining lifespan, and I'll give you the Shinigami eyes.
Imagine he's to live for like one more day and shit.
I'll be able to know everyone's
Bro
name
got
just
half
by looking
of
at
the
them.
day left.
If I had that power, the Death Note would only be easier to use.
Yeah.
So, what'll it be, Light? Is it a deal?
If he's
The
as
music
power
creeps
hungry,
me out.
no, me too. If he's as power hungry as I think he is, he'll do it. He will do it,
But
chat.
in what world are you trading half of your remaining years just to have eyes to see the names of other people so you can kill them? Like, what kind of power trip do you really like
I get
have
you.
that you'll give half of your remaining life?
When you are a god.
No!
Yep, 1000%. Bro, if
But
he really,
he's not, though.
If he really wants to fucking annihilate everyone in his way, he will get those eyes and stand on business. You gotta be on to do that. If you got God complex like him, like he wants to be like the savior, destroy like all the evil people, get L out of his way, get this stalker out of his way, you do it. You just do it.
I don't know.
It's dumb. Yeah, of course it's dumb. But
Yeah.
like the power trip that I feel like he's on right now, he's gonna do it.
I think, oh my God, I think the show's fire, though.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah.
Like, I like the mystery of it and kind of like the
Intellectual side
yeah,
to it.
I
It's
like
dope.
that.
Frieza would have went crazy. Bro, if Frieza had those eyes, he'd be looking at
Frieza
everybody.
would. He'd be like, I'll give you all my life. Let me just kill everyone.
Yeah, he's
before."
like, give me that fucking book. All right,
Yeah.
you're dead, you're dead, you're dead. Bye, bye, bye. Dude, that is nuts, though. Like,
Imagine all of us on LimeWire before.
oh, yeah.
On LimeWire, we would have all been.
Yeah. Uh-huh.